video, we're going to look at a few highlights in patient mobility. Now, moving a patient up in bed, getting a patient out of bed, and the use of assistive devices like a cane, walker, and crutches. So first, let's look at moving a patient up in bed. Now, the whole goal here is to protect your back while preventing any friction and shear for the patient. So you and another colleague will stand at the patient's waist with the head of the bed flat and grab the draw sheet firmly. You want to have a wide stance with your knees bent and the bed at working height. You need to be able to step towards the patient's head, so make sure your feet aren't too far apart. Have the patient cross their arms over their chest and then tuck their chin to their chest. And of course, remind the patient to let you do all the work. On the count of 3, you lift and step towards the head of the bed. The big thing here is you shouldn't be dragging the patient. If the patient's too heavy to avoid that, use Trendelenburg or get more help. Now, let's say we want to get the patient out of bed. First things we need to do is put the side rail down and have the patient turn towards you onto their side, and of course, put the bed down lower to the ground. Once we're ready, we want the patient to lift themselves up onto their elbow, and then they want to turn up to sitting as they swing their legs over the side. And you can help them move their legs if needed. Now at this point, if your patient might be a little unstable when they're standing, then you can go ahead and apply a gait belt for support. Remember, a gait belt should be placed just below the rib cage, not too tight enough to be to give you a firm grasp, but still loose enough to be able to reach your hand under and hold on to it. So once you're ready and you have your gait belt on, have your patient scoot their hips forward till their feet are touching the ground or a step stool, and you'll have them rock back and forth a few times for momentum and stand up tall on 3, pushing with their legs and keeping their head up. Now, once they're up, you can move on to the next task. So let's say we want them to walk with a cane. If the unaffected side is the left side, you have them hold it on the right hand. So they're going to advance the cane 6 to 10 inches forward, then advance the bad leg and bring the good leg through. Cane, bad leg, good leg. Cane, bad leg, good leg. Now let's say we want to use a walker. In this case, same principle applies. Walker, bad leg, good leg. Walker, bad leg, good leg. Now, it's really important that they understand that they should be advancing their bad leg with the walker. Walker, bad leg, good leg. Now, for crutches, for partial weight bearing, we use a 3-point gait. They should advance the crutches and the bad leg at the same time, then the good leg. Crutches and bad, and then the good leg. Crutches and bad, and then the good leg. Now, if they're non-weight bearing, we use a swing gait. We'll have them elevate their bad leg, advance their crutches, and swing through on their good leg. This is a swing through gait. It's kind of hard to get used to, but if you help them out, they'll get it. So that's it for mobility. Those are the most important things you need to know, especially when it comes to assistive devices. I hope that was helpful. At any point, if you aren't sure when you're teaching these things to a patient, grab your physical therapist. They are experts and they teach this really well. So watch them, watch what they're doing, and figure out the best ways to teach this to a patient. All right, guys, go out and be your best selves today. And as always, happy nursing.